Starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness. The time is now. The time is now.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing today on this amazing Turmoil Tuesday? Good to see everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We got some technical difficulties going on. Glitch in the matrix. That's why it's Turmoil Tuesday. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you, Dan H., for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Thank you, Coffee, for the 5x5. Celtic Grandma, good to see you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Wolfang, good to see you as well. My brother from another mother, Hudson Valley, prepping and survival. Living a dream, my brother. I know that's right. As we all are. The Widow's Diary artist and poet. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Y'all come on in here. Get settled in. Holly Ives, good to see you as well. Little Lone Preppers in the building. Good to see you. The Virginia Bushcrafter. Good evening, my brother. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. I hope your day's going pretty good for Tuesday. Rip Curl Readiness. Good to see you, my brother. You please be careful. He said, what's happening, my friends? Driving home from the hunt for ammo in gun shops. Hope you had a successful day today on that hunt, Rip Girl. Good to see you as well. Who else we got in the building here, y'all? African Dreamin', my brother. Good to see you down in the great state of Texas. Welcome in. Welcome in. Robert Bates, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're having a great evening this evening as well as everybody else. And as we're going to talk today on this amazing Turmoil Tuesday, let's take inventory. Let's do it. We got to do it. Uh, if y'all did not see African Dreamings live this afternoon, he touched on a little bit, just a pinch what we're going to talk about. He had an amazing live. Um, I don't know. Somebody in the chat type the word vision and wake up Nightbot. Maybe Nightbot is on strike. I have no idea. It did not work for me, but we shall see and see what happens. Because if not, I may have to give Nightbot a raise. That's for sure. Look at that. Nightbot is awake. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Wolfgang. I appreciate you. Nightbot is on the job, on the job, on the job. Yeah. Rip Curl said, I found all kinds of cool things. There you go. There you go. He said, I find all kinds of cool stuff. Had to control myself. I'm with you, Rip Curl. I did a similar trek today and met a guy. I met a guy. My guy introduced me to a guy that does mil spec stuff and all of that cool stuff. And I had to control myself. And the COO asked me, what time are you coming home? So, there we go. Blessed Beyond, good to see you. Good evening. For all of you amazing content creators in the chat, as I see some of y'all doing, type the word vision. It'll drop a link to your channel. Folks, share out and go visit. Some of these folks you may not have because we all grow together. Go over there, check them out, watch a video, leave a like, leave a comment. You can say, Nightbot is back to work, so here I am. And subscribe to their channel if you haven't. If you like their content, if they're doing good stuff, help them out because we all grow together. Pamela Wilson, welcome in. Love and life. Good to see you, family. I hope everybody's doing well. I got into a discussion with not Nightbot, but somebody else, one of my other robotic partners, and we're having a long conversation because they were doing some stuff right before the live that I didn't appreciate. So we'll finish that conversation after tonight. Sharon Barrett, welcome in. Sister Marie's Kitchen, good evening. So let's dive into this, y'all. It's Tuesday. It's turmoil. I have not even been on the YouTube streets. I don't know if we are actually going to hear from Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival and, too soon to tell Tuesday. I don't know. So if you are my brother, please let the folks know. More often, let me know. KP, good to see you. Okay, so how many of you folks in the chat, oh, hi, Cole. How many of you in the chat are tired of hearing all of this craziness on the news about whoever, whatever, Ishmael and Isaac throwing rocks, ping pong, and Putin and the Z-Man and all those other crazy people? An Uninked Prepper, welcome in. Good to see you. Ghost Lincoln, my man. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. As my man Hudson Valley said, truckers got me like we all gonna starve Saturday. Exactly, Hudson Valley. Absolutely. Hi, Cole. How are you? You doing okay, buddy? I got my sidekick here, and he's doing amazing. And it's Turmoil Tuesday, so who knows? He may decide he wants to hijack the live stream and take it over. But anyway, I'm tired of the news. Regional Sky Girl, welcome in. Good to see you. Oops, good to see you. Good to see you as well. Please don't chew on my chair. Okay? Let's not do that. Thank you. I'm tired of hearing all of this mess. So in part of taking inventory, because listening to the news and all of this stuff, Jones Truth, good to see you, Ms. Jones Truth. As always, you be dropping gems and nuggets. I was listening to you over at African Dreaming while I was driving, and you were speaking the truth. Sherry, welcome in, welcome in. We have to take inventory, folks. Wellness with Frugal Mama, good to see you. Miss D's Hollywood Garden, good to see you. Y'all just keep piling in and piling on. That's okay. We got to take inventory, and we're going to start out with mental inventory, because our number one prep is our mental state of mind. If our mental state of mind is not in order, I'll say, nothing else will fall in line. So we gotta make sure that we're not only guarding our heart, but we gotta guard our mind. And Grandpa Ice Cream in the circus and the media mafia throw out all this kind of stuff, and it's insane. Yeah, exactly. Regional Sky Girl said, listening to the news zaps, right? Zaps your energy. Turn the darn TV off. Yeah, we got to do that, and that is protecting our mind and our heart, as always, because if we listen to what the media mafia is telling us, we're all going to die right now instantly. Just spontaneous combustion and poof, gone. Not going to happen. But we have to be and stay mentally strong, mentally prepared. I always say, if you begin to feel stressed, for me, first thing I'm gonna do is get rid of that stressful feeling. I'm either gonna do something I really enjoy, or I may say a prayer, whatever. But we got to make sure that we're maintaining our stress level. That allows us to not only function properly, but to be able to think clearly and make sound decisions, not only for us, but for our family as well. Robert Bates, hope you're doing well, my brother. I think I spoke, but once again, hello, good evening, and welcome in to Turmoil Tuesday. Gardening is great. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, and welcome. So, that's the first thing. Mental inventory. Where are we at? I look at the kids, and the kids, kids are kids. Kids are going to do what kids do, and good, bad, or indifferent. Sometimes we have to be able to say, you know what? Okay, do your thing. If that's what you want to do, fine. And take the stress off of us, but yet put it back on them. Gertrude Eats, welcome in. Good to see you. Wolfgang, if I did not speak to you, I think I did, but that's okay. Hi, welcome. Good to see you. Don't let the kids stress you out, y'all. Don't let friends and family stress you out, because that sometimes will slow you down on the path that you're on, that will slow you down from completing the tasks and the things that got to get done. And we all have to do that. It's a must. See, Widow's Diary and Poet. Hello, everyone I missed. My internet keeps going out. Well, just stick with it, and hopefully it will show up and continue to work. Right, Little Lone Prepper says, MSM, mental stress mongers. Yes, indeed, without a doubt. So, mentally, we have to stay focused. We have to stay sharp. We have to stay prepared. And we have to stay away from the bad stuff. There's a book I read that says a wise man sees danger and avoids it. So the news, I refuse to watch the news, and stuff like that, because it's all doom and gloom. Hi, you okay? Everything all right in your world? Has to be. You're spoiled rotten. By the way, y'all, Cole says hello and how are you? So, once we do that, um, that will tune out the mainstream mafia if you can. Um, I'm not saying you don't listen to what's going on, but don't let that and the thoughts, as my grandfather used to say, the thoughts coming from the idiot box control your life. We can't do that. So take inventory mentally. What's going on? How are you feeling? Um, when you feel like nothing is going right and all of that, um, do something fun to relax your mind. All right, Shannon Barrett says tomorrow is my 26th wedding anniversary. Happy wedding anniversary to you. Good to see you. And congratulations on 26 years of matrimony. That's an amazing thing. Good to see you. Not Paper Buttons 19 said, Cole was so spoiled, and that's a good thing. He is spoiled. He is spoiled rotten. And that's okay because he puts in work. He puts it in, and he goes out and does his thing and puts in a hard day. As African Dreaming would say, he chasing squirrels and looking at a thing or two or three, and he comes in and flops down and he'll sleep for 3 hours. He put in his time. Put in his time. Pibble Mama says, "Hi, Cole, you handsome devil or handsome boy." Yeah. So mentally, folks, we have to take inventory. Second of all, we have to take inventory of our progress in this thing called life. We all may not be where we want to be. I'm not because, I went into the bank the other day and walked up to the teller and I said, I identify as a millionaire and I would like to withdraw $100,000 out of my account. And they laughed at me and told me to leave. So I did. But, that according to the TV, the media mafia, I can identify as whatever I want. So I identified as a millionaire. And, I was asking them, where's the money that's supposed to be in my account? Yeah, absolutely. They told me, no, you're crazy. No. And appreciate that, Ghost Lincoln. He is he is spoiled rotten. And why are you chewing on my chair? Please don't eat my chair. I need to sit in it tonight. Okay. After I'm done, you can gnaw away. But anyway, those are the things we got to do. Um, mentally, mental checkup. Second of all, where we're at in life, as I said, we may not be where we perceive us to be, but guess what? You're where you're supposed to be at this very moment. Um, Robert Bates, yeah. Thankfully, Cole gets his looks from the COO. That I would not doubt. But um, yes, coffee we did. We waited for you. We had a moment of silence, and here you are. So yes, absolutely, Jones Truth. Miss Jones Truth says the news is not objective; it is subjective. It's subject to the beliefs of the group who is reporting. They keep what they want for shock value and disregard many truths. Yes, they do, Ms. Jones Truth, and I agree with you 1,000%. And that's their job. They want ratings, and they'll say whatever it is. If the sky is blue outside, then they'll say it's green. And there's look, somebody's calling you, bud. Who is that? See, Robert Bates, you're right. Cole gets his good looks from the COO. She came down here, and all I saw was this spoon pointing to the door that had this monster glob of peanut butter on it, and he disappeared. So there we go. Yes. So we gotta look at where we're at. Are we going down the right path or moving in the direction we want to move in? You know, um, as far as this thing called life, I could care less about what's going on across the pond and who's throwing rocks at who and who's mad because they're doing massive bombing and all that. My Renaissance grandma, good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Um, you know, Fred G, good to see you and welcome in. Fred G said, watching Vision Preparedness and LF73 helps me to relax, learning more about prepping and knowing others do too. Inform others around me about some type of alternative to today's normal. I love the air quotes, Fred G, as satisfying. Thank you very much. And we do the best we can. I do. I try. And there's more greater content creators in the chat than I that do an amazing job. But you're right. We gotta not believe everything we hear. And that's like I used to tell my daughters, the older ones now, I used to tell them when they're young, don't be showing your teeth to every boy that walks up to you because all of them don't have good intentions. So, for all the fathers and mothers in the group that have younger girls, daughters especially, you can use that for free. And look at the expression on their face when you tell them that. Don't show your teeth to every boy. Because they don't need to be smiling at every boy, because then the boys, start getting all this craziness in their head. And then next thing you know, dad's showing up with, stuff that does things. But yeah, so check where you're at. And we need to do an inventory of where we're at. There were some things today that were on my mind that at the time were, let's say, really, really important and needed to be addressed. And so, I was on I was on a mission this afternoon and went and met this guy that does things that do things to others. And, we just started talking. And on the drive home, I was like, you know what? All that stuff isn't even important, because life itself is more precious than things that people may feel and think need to be fixed. And I'm talking in code for a reason, because, I just don't want to start talking about stuff. But, keep the main thing the main thing. How's that? I'll say that. And I think y'all can do that. Greenleaf, welcome in. I didn't even see you come scooting in here, flying through. Good to see you. How are you? Karen Thorham, welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you. Shandy, 2003. Welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? Hope you had a great day today. Welcome in. Come on in. Folks, the main thing is the main thing. Keep it that way. That's inventory. That's good. There's some things that I wanted to do for the COO. And that was one reason why I went on this mission this afternoon, to take care of some things that she said she wanted. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, we have to make sure that we're moving in the direction we're supposed to. Plain and simple. So sometimes we got to sit back and take inventory. I was last night taking inventory. And I was like, okay, it was better than I thought it would be. So I said, okay, that gave me a good feeling of accomplishment, of things are moving forward, moving in the direction that they need to go. So, that's definitely things that give us great perspective and gives us that pat on the back that we did something that actually is for the positive and move forward. The one thing I will say, and I've always said this, Anti-Jack, good to see you. Welcome in. There's everybody has haters, okay? And it is what it is. But I'll say this. if you have a problem with me and you have my phone number, be the adult and call me and talk about it. And if you don't have my number, then it's not a problem because you weren't close enough to me in the beginning to have an issue with me. And there it is right there. So other than that, inventory. Now let's get a little deeper into this. For those of you that are new to prepping, you're okay. Keep doing what you're doing. For those of us that are always prepping and exactly loving life, always look forward, because if you look back, you will never get salty. Correct. That's true. And my name is not Ruth. Thank you for that, loving life. So we take inventory during our preps. How many of you literally today know how much of everything you have in your preps? Can you pull out a sheet of paper? Can you pull up a spreadsheet? Can you do whatever it is that you do to supposedly keep inventory of your stuff? Okay? So that you know, I need to get some more of this, or I need to get a lot of that. Jason Schmidt, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. My brother, Eco Neighbor, is in the building down in sunny South Florida or Florida, down there where it's warm, because it's cold up here in Ohio. Good to see you, my brother Eco. Please give my best to the amazing Gigi. And while you're at it, Eco, type the word vision so it drops a link to your channel. Folks, these folks are putting it down, homesteading down in Florida, and do an amazing job. And I'm still, bruh, we need to talk about Annabelle. If you're trying to get rid of Annabelle, Annabelle can come north for sure. But it's good to see you, Eco, and thank you for coming in tonight. Fallen Skies Homestead and Preparedness channel. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you as well. Did I see Salty Dog in here? I thought I did. I did not know if I did or did not. Eloa Ministries, welcome in. Welcome in. KP, good to see you. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a quick thing about KP, because if you watch any of his videos on his channel, you'll know this. KP is probably the best concrete man in the business. I'm going to leave it at that. But taking inventory of your preparedness, and I'm going to say this about preparedness. Take inventory of your mental preparedness. Take inventory of your present preparedness, and think about your future preparedness. Plain and simple. Future preparedness, where you want to be at. What's the goal? You know, what's at the end of the tunnel? Do you see the light at the tunnel, end of the tunnel? And if you don't, that's okay. Keep going. You'll get there. Yeah. KP just said, just poured the other side of the street today. I know that's right, bro. I saw the video of you and y'all had a lot of work and y'all was getting it done. If you weren't all the way down there in Louisiana, we'd be talking, because I need some concrete poured. But that's a whole nother story. And it's not high on the priority list, so it'll wait, because it'll still be there. But in your preparedness inventory, let me ask you this. When you know you need something, how do you prioritize those needs outside of budget? Because, I'm always going to tell you, stay within your budget, period. How do you determine what to get next to add to your preps? And I would truly like to know that. Somebody let me know. Coffee first said, KP, did you find Hoffa yet? Yeah. How do you determine what it is that you buy next for your preps? Whether it be food, solar generator, panels, whatever, security, whatever. Things like that. How do you prioritize that? Yeah. Yeah, you got that right, Rip Curl. Yes, concrete is some hard, skillful work. Absolutely, it is. In KP&M put it down. They put it down. All American Prepper. Good to see you, my brother. I hope you and your family are having an amazing day on this Turmoil Tuesday. Welcome in, and thank you for stopping in this evening. How do you prioritize? Do you prioritize it based on what's in the working pantry, or do you prioritize what's in long-term storage? How do you do it? Okay, Ms. Jones Truth said, I look at my needs and what I can or cannot live with and buy accordingly. Absolutely. Absolutely. You and me both, Ms. Jones. Yes. Rip Curl said, one of the things I picked up today was a dash cam. Next, I am looking for a small body cam. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Love and Life says, we checked our food inventory last month, and the food that expired within a few months, we donated to a food bank and replenished with new. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we all, expiration dates and stuff like that, or best buy dates, whatever. Right. If you can donate, like you said, you go through and what's it coming up as expiration, you donate to the food bank, or you give to families or friends or whatever. That's how you determine it. That's a good thing. Robert Bates says, how do I determine what is next? What hits me when I spend time working on existing preps? Right. I put together a bug out cooking kit yesterday and decided I needed more cookware. There you go. When you're working on a project, you may say, hey, you know what? We need more of this. Speaking of bug out cookware, Hudson Valley, I'm not sure if you're still in the chat or not, but dude, I'm going to send you a link and I want you to check this out because I just discovered this prep that is, in my opinion, phenomenal, and I'm going to buy one. But I'm gonna send you a text you later on this evening for you to check this out. Devil Dog Prepper, good evening, my brother. Don't worry about being late, but you made it. That's all that counts. Yeah. So when we take inventory, and I don't care how you take it, how you do it, or what do you do, but you have a system that works for you. Yeah. Shore Skeptic says, I routinely check the clearance areas in my local stores. I just scored 75% off of Fluicaso spray at CVS. Exactly. Exactly. Always, always. You know, the COO came in the other day and had bought some spaghetti and stuff and said, spaghetti is on sale, 88 cents a box. I said, well, we need to go back and get more, because that's one of the items in our preps that are getting low. So we need to get more pasta, because we eat pasta around here, and that's how you do it. Yeah, exactly. That's what we got to do. We have to do it, folks. But the thing is, whatever system works for you. Robert Bates says, vision only for Hudson Valley prepping and survival. I see how it is. No, Robert, because it is for everybody, but this is something that he did that wasn't there, and I need to share it with him. But for the rest of you guys, you will know shortly, because I'm going to get this and I'm going to do a video, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video or wait until the bug out weekend to share it with everybody. Yeah. So I got to figure that out. That's for sure. Jason Schmidt said, never forget the average American is 9 meals away from, yes, indeed, malnutrition for food. Plan accordingly. Right. We're all 9 meals away from brokenness. So, yes. But yes, Robert Bates, I will share with everybody. I will share with everybody. But take inventory of your preps. I do. And I'm going to touch on this real quick, and hopefully the algorithms don't get mad at us. Security. I'm going to talk in code and circles. Take inventory, because if you can get more pew-pews, seed dispensers, cameras, whatever it is, get it. Get it, because you never know when you can. Same for food. There's not a person in the chat right now that should not be growing or starting a garden. Everybody should be growing their own food some way, somehow. Get creative. Think outside the box. That's what we do as prepared-minded people. Think outside the box to solve questions, concerns, all of that. Think outside the box, period. Everybody should be growing their own food. Because Coffee said, I have a poison thumb. Okay, and I'm sorry to hear that, Coffee. And I if I could get you some new thumbs, I would. But try something. Try something that you don't need a green thumb for. Sister Marie's Kitchen, you're absolutely right. I do. I try. I always try, without a doubt. Use money by doing research and testing for. I try. Everything that I get, I was like, man, that's cool. Not only do I like it, but I share it with the community. Speaking of, that's why all of, or the majority of our affiliates are products that I back, that I say, okay, if this is good enough for me, it may be good for somebody else. I don't know. All the products I like, y'all may not like, and that's okay. Nutrient Survival is one of our major affiliates and sponsors, because again, and it wasn't me, it was Becky. She was on a live stream last month or a couple months ago or whatever, and said they are going to sponsor the Bug Out Weekend. So everybody that comes to the Bug Out Weekend this year, which is May 16th through the 19th, 2024 in Dayton, Ohio, they'll get Nutrient Survival, because she shares the wealth and says, here you go. And next thing I know, UPS drivers unpacking boxes and dropping at my front porch for us to share with everybody at the Bug Out Weekend. So, that's what I try to do. It's not about me making money, because our affiliates, we make a little bit, we make a pinch, but the biggest thing is to pass on savings to you guys, just like Opus. To me, as far as solar generators, if you're in the market to get a solar generator, I would look at Opus first. And here's the major reason why. Dollar for dollar, pound for pound, the wattage on all their solar generators, if you're looking at prices of wattage, Opus comes out to about 51 cents a watt. Nobody else can do it. That's why their prices are lower. And to me, the devices are better. That's my take on it from what I've seen from Opus. And they put together a coupon code, Vision 5, you save 5%. Ms. Jones Truth said, I'm using special cloth and DIY processes to protect my emergency equipment just in case. Also bought ham radios and working on that license. Got Baofangs, love it. Ms. Jones Truth, see, watch this, y'all. Ms. Jones Truth, hamradioprep.com, which is one of our affiliates. They have study material that'll help you. They guarantee you to pass the test if you use their material. And if you go over there, you can use the coupon code VISION20 and get 20% off everything you buy. Ham Radio Prep, those guys are amazing. And it's worth it. And getting my license is on my list because the Prepared Irishman keeps screaming at me. And he tells me, we need to do this. And he sends me stuff on a project that I asked him to help me on. And it's time to act on it. Regional Sky Girl, you're right. Becky needs a raise, and she is awesome. The Prepping Artist, welcome in, welcome in. But anyway, with our inventory, take inventory of where you're at and where you're going. Because if you don't know the direction and everything in which you're going, guess what? You'll never get there. Whether it's spiritually, mentally, physically, you'll never get there unless you have a roadmap of success. And that's what we all need. Happy Mac, welcome in. Good to see you. Frank Short, good to see you. Hope you are well. Bitcoin Bodega said, I have an EcoFlow. I have an EcoFlow right over there on the floor that I'm giving to a friend. Yes, EcoFlows are good. Whatever works for you, folks, whatever is within your budget. I'm not brand loyal. I talk about what works, what's affordable, and so forth and so on. Yeah. Plain and simple. So we have to make sure that we stop and take inventory, not only of just physical stuff, mental stuff. Yeah. Take inventory of your mental state. I know there's things that I do at times just stresses me out. And when I know that, I step back from it. I'll go do something, I'll grab Cole. We'll go walking in the woods, or I'll just take him outside and watch him do his thing and be Cole. Those of you that have puppies and all that good stuff, and your dog may have a run of the zoomies and just start running around the yard, burning energy. And that is the funniest thing, especially with Cole, watching him. And I'll share this with you. We had snow over the weekend, and he loves the snow. Took him out, and he just played. He ran. He was sliding in the snow. He was eating the snow. He was barking at the snow. We had a good old time. And for me, that's a stress reliever. And that allows me that moment of being able to calm down and relax. Glad you got it, Ms. Jones Truth. Yeah, check them out. And, if it's something that will help you get your ham license, by all means, have at it. For those of you that may have caught the live stream a couple months ago, my pastor was on there, Pastor Jeff Haygood, and he talked about me teaching a preparedness class at our church. And I'm like, oh, that's what I'm doing? Okay. So guess what I've been doing? I've been working on the presentation, and we are actually having it sometimes in the month of March. Don't have a date yet, but I'll be teaching a 3 or 4 hour course. And because of where it's going to be building a foundation for preparedness. We're going to start from the bottom and come up. For a lot of first-time people in preparedness and people that are already doing it, just to make sure that we got that solid foundation. Because guess what, y'all? Y'all all know this. If you don't have a solid foundation, the building will not stand. And we need to make sure that our foundation is on point in there. Deborah Garrett, welcome in. 125. There you go. You're okay. Glad you're here. After this, do me a favor, Hunter. Run down into Hudson Valley's house, bang on his door, and said, Vision told me to tell you hi. And then just run away frantic, laughing at him. Yeah. But good to see everybody. Good to see everybody that came in. But we have to make sure that we do an inventory check. You know, you take your car or you work on your car and you make sure the oil's changed, the tires got to have air in them, all of that good stuff regularly. You put gas in it, you do the checkups, you go in for regularly scheduled maintenance, or you do it yourself. So we have to do that to us physically, mentally, and spiritually, along with everything else. Independent, many united. Good to see you so much. I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you for passing through. I appreciate you. Hope you have a great evening. But those are the things we have to do and take time to do it because this thing called life doesn't stop. And in order for us, Hunter said, he said, can't do that. I may get shot at. Right. I hear you, Hunter. Then don't want that to happen to you, my brother. And I appreciate you. But yeah, we gotta stop and take inventory, y'all. Here's a good one for you, and I'm laughing because I was doing this the other day. How many of you know exactly how much coffee you have in your preps if you drink coffee? You know, I did that. We were in a store a couple of months ago, and the COO found this clearance coffee that was like $2 a bag of whole bean coffee. I said, well, how much is it? She said, $2. And I said, how many of those are there? She said, I don't know. I haven't counted them. I said, you don't have to count them. Take them all. And she put all of them in there, and those went straight into the preps. You know, when I see deals like that, I don't care how much is there. Get it all. So, you know, we did that. The other day, she found Starbucks whole beans, 1 pound bag. It was on clearance for like $4. I said, buy them all. Get them all. Get all of them. Yeah. You know, stuff like that. Frank Short says, hey, everybody, I'm going to be listening while I'm cleaning my Freedom Seed dispenser. There you go, Frank. Make sure it's empty and there are no seeds around the seed dispenser as you sit there and clean. Love and Life says, inventory of your body. Right. Get your physical and blood work done once a year. Yep. Get those teeth cleaned at your local dentist. Keep your body in tip-top shape and treat it like the Rolls Royce it is, folks. Because when times get rough, the one thing that we cannot let break down is our body. So do the due diligence, do the wellness checkups, do the physicals, get the cleanings done, all of that good stuff. Johnny Preps is in the building. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you are doing well. Welcome in. Welcome in. Folks saying, I drink coffee. I do. Yeah, you 50. Look at that. Ghost Lincoln said, I got 50 pounds of coffee stored up in my preps. That's right. I know Ghost Lincoln is, because when I first met him at the Bug Out Weekend last year, and it was funny, and I laugh about it now because every morning we would come out of our tents. His tent was across from my tent, and when we're walking out, we got a cup of coffee in our hand. We just raise a mug, do a head nod, and go on about our morning, greeting everybody. But yeah, Wolfgang, I don't do instant coffee, but if that's what you do, then yes, there you go. Robert Bates says, Hunter, don't worry about it. He will miss. There you go. You know how much you have in inventory. Exactly, y'all. Those are the things we have to do. Okay. So why not do a wellness inventory? What do you need to get done? You know, we've talked about having the physicals and get the blood work done. If you need, you know, if you have to have teeth work done on your teeth, or at least get them cleaned and all that stuff, get that stuff done now while we can still do it. Because who knows, tomorrow the balloon may go up, the circus may stop playing that horrible music, and the clowns just keep coming out of that little tiny car, and we got to do what we have to do. So, those are the things. Modi Soldier, I agree with you. I'm with you on that, my friend. Not enough coffee. I'll tell you that. Exactly. But being able to take inventory of the physical things we have are good. Now, what about taking inventory of future items, future plans, future's station of life? Where do you want to see? Where do you want to see yourself and your family a year from now? Are you looking to buy land? Are you looking to move and buy a house? Are you looking for that new car? Are you looking forward to paying off your mortgage? Those are the things, the future states as well. And just because the world is saying that we are in mayhemic times and they're doing stuff, does that slow down your progress of moving towards that goal? Those are the things we have to do. Bitcoin said, I don't drink coffee, but I still prep it. There you go. Exactly. Who knows? Robert Bates said, Vision, I just got 20 more 2.5-pound bags of whole beans. Absolutely. I'm with you on that, Robert. You sound like me. Yeah. Dan H says 3 number 10 cans and 5 1-pound bags plus nutrient survival coffee packs. I'm with you. I got nutrient survival coffee stacked, packed, and racked. So there we go. But life, as one of the characters in one of my favorite movies, and for those of you movie buffs, you may get this, you may not. Smiley is the character, and he says to Jake, Colonel, sometimes life is trippy. So, life is trippy because it gets crazy, and we have to be able to adjust on the move. Okay? We have to be able to adjust on the fly. Or as my dad used to say, boy, you got to be able to pivot on the go. And I'm like, what? And yeah, it took me years to figure that out. But yes, you got to be able to pivot on the go and, regroup. You're right, Sister Marie. There is never enough coffee. And I hear the jingle jangles of a collar. And there he is. Oh, and the amazing COO is refilling my coffee cup. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
She says hi to everybody. Thank you, dear, for the coffee. I appreciate you. Thank you, Cole, for your patronage and escorting Mom down here. Are you going back with her or are you going to stay with me? He doesn't know. But anyway, those are the types of things that we have to get done. 125 said, why prep coffee? Won't Dunkin' be open? Yeah, it is. We have to realize some things we need to leave alone also and don't worry about it. And y'all all know, here's my thing on leaving stuff alone. If I directly can't influence it or change it, I don't mess with it. It'll sit there, or that issue will be there. I won't even touch it. Don't care about it. Plain and simple. Sister Marie's Kitchen says, hello, COO. COO, coffee love. Yes, it is, Dan. Yes, it is. It's coffee love from the COO. And she screams at me because I don't drink enough water, but she keeps my coffee cup hydrated and full, and I appreciate her so much for that and many of the other things she does. But yeah, we have to be able to know when enough is enough. That's part of taking inventory. That's the inventory of the stuff sitting in the box that you ain't touched in 20 years. Or the tent that you said, you know what, we just gonna leave that one there. We may go buy a new one, But that one's just going to stay there. You either end up giving it away or things like that. Miss Jones Truth said, we spend too much time trying to do the impossible when we can better complete the things that are possible. Miss Jones Truth, you said, I'm going to leave that up on the screen because you are absolutely, positively 1,000% correct. Right. Stuff that I can't change or influence for the better, I'm done with it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That is true, Ghost Lincoln. The first and main ingredient of a cup of coffee is water. That is correct. Michigan Outpost 231. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're going to be doing well. Late, got to catch the first part on the replay. Yes. But you know, things that we can't change, leave them alone. Don't mess with it. Forget about it. You know? So, you know, that's a good thing, and that's okay. But we have to realize that. And like Ms. Jones Truth said, you know, we spend too much time to do the impossible when we can better complete the things that are possible, you know? And as my pastor says, don't get into a mission project if you ain't supposed to be on a mission. So, you know, that's a good thing. Yes. Yardbirds, welcome in, my brother. Good to see you. Anthony Crouch, welcome in. But yeah, you know, we got to take inventory. You know how many freedom seeds you have. You know how many seed dispensers you have. You know how many gardening seeds you have. So my question is, what makes your heart happy? And when's the last time you did something that made somebody else's heart happy that's very important to you? Okay? That's what we got to do, folks. Devil Dog Prepper said, there's a small horse in Vision's preparedness basement. Yes, it is. And he just flopped down on the floor and looked at me like, okay, Dad, I think I'm going to just lay here until you're done. Then I'll start chewing on you. Yeah. Yeah. Gardening is great. Says, pluck seeds from your garden, flowers, etc. for this spring. I did this morning. It releases stress to see what will grow. Yeah. To one of my stress relievers, I'll share this well with y'all. One of my stress relievers is cutting wood and splitting it. That is an amazing stress reliever. And I was out there doing it the other day. I'd cut up a tree that fell and was getting ready to split it, and the COO comes walking down up to the barn and said, I want to learn how to split wood. So guess what? I taught her how to split wood because she wanted to help, and she can now split wood. Yeah. So there you go. Miss Jones Truth said, I'm glad I retired my Superwoman cape. Right. Long time ago, I found out I can't fly, so I decided to walk the path. That's good, Miss Jones Truth. Yes. Yeah. We all have to be able to, be able to walk away from some things. Wolfgang said, can you get fat wood on your land? Yes, I can. Absolutely. And matter of fact, I have spied out some fat wood that is going to be exceptionally good fat wood when I get to that, and to cut it and to, process it and split it up. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Salty Dog said, with an axe or splitter? A little concerned about wife with an axe. Yeah, no, she was using the log splitter, and first and foremost, I handed her a pair of safety glasses. And I said, when it starts to split, you have to make sure your hands aren't in the cut when it's splitting, and did all that. And she did exceptionally well. And we sat there and we split wood together. And it was very relaxing. And then we, packed it on the back of the truck, and I carted it off down here to where we store our wood and stacked it. Yeah. KY Survival, welcome in. Good to see you. Michael Wolf said, Ohio, need another locksmith? Let me know. I'm ready to move. Ohio has tons. They need locksmiths all over the place. Yeah. So, but yeah, folks, make sure you're doing inventory, good, bad, and indifferent. Clean out the cobwebs of stuff you haven't taken care of. The good things, the bad things, the indifferent things. So it makes room for the stuff that you can succeed at and succeed while you're moving forward in your journey of preparedness, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is, because you guys can do it. Thank you, Teresa, for the wood. There you go. As she said, hello, everybody. Plenty of wood to go around. Thank you for throwing some wood on the fire. We appreciate you. Those are the things. We got to stop and take time to take inventory of whatever it is, physically, mentally, spiritually. Plain and simple. You have to do it. You have to know where you're at currently and where you're going. Okay, Miss Jones Truth said, I have a question. What is fatwood? A type of oak pine? I'm a little lost in that category. Miss Jones Truth, fatwood is a particular part of the wood that will, and somebody in the chat can probably explain it better than I, but it's part of wood that has the most amount of creosote in it that will help it burn better. I'll say that. And I may be wrong, but somebody in the chat, please, Virginia Bushcrafter, could you please explain fatwood? Because I know that is one of your areas of expertise. All I know is it burns very well for fire starting. Salty Dog said, then I should get a splitter. Division of labor. I do all the splitting. Yes, I refuse to use an axe, Salty Dog. And fortunately, when we bought this property, the previous family left me a 31-ton log splitter. Yeah. Oof. Not good, JD. He said, young girl at work squished 2 fingers Sunday with the log splitter. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to keep the things away. Yeah. KY said, fanwood is pine, dead pine trees around the knots where the resin settled. Yes, resin will settle around pine trees, and that will help it burn a lot better. Thank you for that, KY Survival. What time is it? Oh, it's 7:35. Look at that. Time flies when you're having fun. I hope this helped everybody. Because taking inventory is not always fun. It isn't. Especially I know I had to look at some things, and there were some things I just had to let go and say, okay, maybe that's not as important or as turmoilish. And if Professor Shad's in the building, he'll like that new word, turmoilish, that I was making it out to be when it may not be. So I just have to leave it alone. Holly, be safe picking up the kiddos, and have a great night and have an amazing day tomorrow. But, you guys are awesome. I want to thank everybody. You're right, Love and Life. Yes, fat wood smells good too. It does. You can actually buy fat wood in the stores also. All American Prepper says the root of a pine tree that is loaded with sap that catches fire like it's been soaked in gasoline. That is very true. Very true. South River Prepping says it's the heart of a pine tree. There you go. Absolutely. And the Virginia Bushcrafter, fatwood is usually at the bottom of a pine tree as well as at the point of the trunk and branch. Fatwood has a lot of resin in it. Yes. And you can tell by the way it looks. And it's also been aged. Right, All American Prepper. Thank you guys. See, I told you, Miss Joe's Truth. There's people in here smarter than me, and that's okay because I learned from all of you guys. But I just want to say thank you, folks, again, for coming over, spending an hour, take inventory. Okay? Throw out the stuff that you ain't using to make room for the new stuff coming in. Because I'm gonna tell you, I don't care what the critics may say. I don't care what the media mafia says. 2024 is going to be a good year for all of us, regardless of what goes down, what happens, what may not happen. It's going to be a good year either way. Keep your head up. Keep moving forward. Keep doing the things that you do. The roaming preppers in the building. My man Pete. And good to see you, Pete. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're home tonight. And thank you for stopping in for sure. Prepping artists, have a great evening. You guys are amazing. And again, applause to all of y'all because spending an hour tonight. I know this may not have been a glamorous, glorious topic, but we all need to stop and take inventory of everything we're doing, you know, and right the ship if the ship is moving off course. If it's off course, get it back in line. Get back on course. Do what you need to do. Y'all know what you're doing. Y'all know where you're trying to go, what you're trying to get, and what you're trying to do. And that's okay. Johnny Prep said, if I missed anyone's hello, I apologize, and good night all. Have a good evening, Johnny Preps. Appreciate you, my brother. I hope to see y'all in May of this year at the Bug Out Weekend, as always. With that, folks, you guys are amazing. Just do me one favor. That's all I'm asking you to do tonight. If you have not, please smash the like button and continue taking inventory of the things that need to be inventoried, not just physical, mental, spiritual. Take inventory. Get rid of the old, the not used, the worn out, and bring in the fresh, the new, and make plans for getting the things that will keep you successful and keep you guys moving in the direction that we are going. And I love all of y'all, and I want to thank everybody for stopping in tonight. And remember this: keep on prepping, because your family depends on you, and it depends on your life. This is Vision Preparedness. God bless everybody. Have a safe and amazing evening and enjoy the rest of your week. And we will see you in the next video. Vision Preparedness. Good night, everybody.
The time is now.